Aquarius, you have the strength. Ew. You have the strength in the past position. So there's a lot of confidence, there's no doubt about it. There's a lot of confidence, maybe holding back a little bit. Um, and not necessarily because you had to or because you felt like you had to refrain from something, but it just feels like like when and I don't know why I'm getting this in my head, but when like someone says something shady to you and you could either choose to respond or just be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't have to freak out or say something nasty in order to get my point across because I'm just not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Like your ego's not in it. That's kind of what this is making me think of a little bit. So definitely very poised in the past position, it looks like to me. The Hierophant reverse. This is there's a lot of fixed energy so far, which I'm not really surprised because you are a fixed sign. It's my way or the highway was your vibe, or you were just not committing to what somebody else was trying to shove down your throat. That could really be what it is. You're like, yeah, no, I think I'm good. Thank you so much. Like somebody trying to get you into a cult or something, right? And I don't think that's what it was, but the Nine of Pentacles, you're just going about your merry way, going about your way, doing your due diligence. I mean, this is like a very stable par the course kind of vibe. It's not like party time. It's not time to have a weird affair with the cult leader. It's very straight to the point, very confident, restrained in a healthy way. Because I don't think you guys were going to do something that was against your moral compass or that was against your beliefs, and so you're like, oh yeah, no thanks, and you kept like going about your business, something like that. The Three of Cups in the present moment. So during this time you may end up meeting a lot of friends or getting together with a lot of friends, people that just really understand you and resonate with you. For a lot of you, you may end up meeting somebody new through a friend this week. Okay. Yeah, you guys may end up meeting somebody new through a friend this week specifically. The Two of Pentacles. You kind of got a lot going on, but I'm not really mad at it, honestly. Excuse my pajama pants. But I'm not really mad at it because it feels like you have a pretty solid like work social balance. It's like you're not just in the office all day, staring at the computer like me, right? You're like actually getting out there a little bit this week and you're doing your thing while still keeping your priorities intact. The Star, damn. Your own major arcana in your reading is a great sign, in my opinion. I mean, I think that you guys know exactly what you want, like within reason, right? Don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, you guys know exactly what you want, and you know how to prioritize. You know what you're doing for the most part. You know the kind of groups or the kind of people that you want in your life. You know. Okay, I heard for some of you, there's going to be somebody that needs advice from you this week. Somebody may need some advice from you. And then I got the Ace of Swords. Oh my God, that's so weird. So maybe in the near future, you give somebody advice about something. But for others of you, this can just be about like a really big idea, some kind of like aha moment that you have. Maybe it's in regards to a podcast, content that you want to create, something that you're wanting to study. But it could also be communication kind of coming in. I heard you don't want to answer that. Someone may knock on your door or Seven of Wands. You don't want to answer that. Seven of Wands is where we need to defend ourselves a little bit, or we need to maintain maybe the power in a conversation. There may be some competition here in the near future, but it seems like you are coming out on top. Like you're the one that's kind of winning. Like it's like when somebody, like maybe somebody tries to pick your brain about how to do something, right? Oh, how do you do this? How did you become a tarot reader on YouTube? And you give them all of the advice. And then they go up there and they do it and they try to imitate you or be just like you. And then, to add insult to injury, they try to like throw dirt on your name or something like that. And you're like, anyway, it's kind of, The King of Cups. Damn. I mean, this is a very strong, like, this is a very strong reading. Like, this has probably been a stronger reading for you that I've seen for you guys in a while. But it's a very strong, defending my turf, never afraid, standing my ground, having my priorities in order, knowing who I want to surround myself with, and who I want to share my life with is what I heard as well. For some of you, there could be love, or you guys could be seeing a therapist, or you're just maybe talking to somebody. The King of Cups can be the person who's like the shoulder to cry on. But I feel like it's you guys being that person. Even if you're a woman. Tell me about that strength card. Why is it there? For the past position. Seven of Pentacles reversed. I think that you just knew something was a waste of your time. Honestly, it's just really that simple, because you got to a point where you're like, okay, well, I invested for a while, or I put a lot into this, and I'm not really seeing the results that I want. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and hold off. I think I'm good, And so you took this very confident approach to it. And I don't think you were in the wrong either, because something just did not align with you, in my opinion, especially with that Hierophant reverse. Can you tell me about that Hierophant reverse? Why is it there? The Nine of Swords reversed. Because something stressed you out. Like, I don't know if it was a relationship. I don't know if it was a job. I don't know if it was like a business partnership. But you were like, this does not sit well with me. This does not align with me and my beliefs and who I am. And I'm like, I'm not committed to this. And for some of you, it was maybe just that you were looking for something more traditional, more conventional. Maybe you were looking for something unconventional, non-traditional, whatever it was. You're like, I just don't want to have to worry about this. I don't even want to think about this. So I feel like you just kind of got something out of your head and you're like, yeah, detached, activated. Anyway. Gross. And I don't think that you like handled it badly. Why is the Knight of Pentacles there? I don't think that you handled it badly. From what I can see, anyway. Three Wands. Yeah, you were just ready to take your knowledge, take what it is that you learned. You were ready to apply it, and you were ready to work. Like, you were ready to fucking work. That's what you wanted, because you didn't want to just stay in one place, is what this feels like to me. You didn't want to just keep doing like the same thing over and over again. You wanted to work to a very specific goal because you wanted more for yourself. Tell me about that Three of Cups. Why is it there? Six of Wands reverse. It just feels like laying low, or you're trying to lay low. It feels like you're trying to lay low. And then your friends are like, oh, come on, just come to the convention, or come to the thing with me. And you're like, ah, fuck, and then it's like, you're like trying to hide out in a group full of people. Let me see what the guidance is for that, just so I can know. What's the guidance for that? The Lovers reverse. You don't have to connect with anyone that you don't want to. I told you that I think that you are probably going to meet somebody through your friends this week, and then that Lovers reverse kind of shows up. And I think that you're hiding away from this person. Like, I don't know if you've ever like had somebody hit on you and you're like, like if you're a woman, you just tell the guy, you're like, oh, I'm gay, or I'm a lesbian, or whatever it is, right? And it's like, you might be kind of wanting to do that this week. Because there's going to be some people that you really get along with. There's going to be some people that you don't, and for some of you, it can be a reconciliation, but like, especially if it's from an ex or something like that. We have a lot of retrogrades right now. Okay, guys, like, what do you want me to say? But it can be like, yes, maybe it is a reconciliation between you and somebody you used to date or sleep with or whatever. But I don't know if you're really feeling it. Like, you may just be feeling it more on a friend vibe than anything else. Which is like so Aquarius. Tell me about why the Two of Pentacles is there. The Hangman reverse. See, this is when you have to be careful. Because there's something that might trip you up this week where it's like you're going about your business, you're minding your P's and Q's, you're trying to make the right decisions, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like you're just doing a balancing act. You're not actually moving forward. Where in the past you were, because you're like, I'm ready, I'm locked in, you know, and now you kind of associate with these people or you get together with this person and then things are just kind of like, they're kind of at a standstill. And so I want to say, like, with this particular scenario, be cautious of who you're surrounding yourself with and who you're giving your energy to, because something could like keep you still, you know? Like maybe where you're really killing it and you're waking up early and going to the gym and then you're working and then and this person comes in your life and like you bomb it, you know? Like, tell me about that star. Why is the star here for Aquarius for the present moment? The Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah, again, I feel like your dreams are something that you want in this life, like you specifically, the star is you. You may be being influenced by somebody that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay. Somebody who's in and out, very inconsistent, and you could be a little bit distracted. But now that you know that, now you know that, right? So do something about it. But it seems like you're very focused on, yeah, maybe it is healing, but it feels more like your bigger dreams, aspiration, goals, just you as a whole. And it seems like somebody is kind of coming in and you know, like not they're not causing true havoc, but they're kind of like it's like a I'm not saying it's your brother or your sister, but and I don't have any siblings, so I don't know what I'm talking about except that I have two daughters, but it's like when your little brother comes into your room and just starts like throwing shit all over the place just because and then walks out, you know, just because they can, because you're, whatever. And so you might have somebody who's kind of like that this week. And it's just like, okay, like stay par of the course is what I want to say. Don't let somebody distract you. We have the Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here? The Queen of Swords reversed. I feel like you're needing to be very direct with someone next week. Not this week, but next week. I think that you're needing to be very, very direct with someone. Because there's somebody here who like has a bone to pick, has something to say. And I feel like you're being very honest. What's the guidance here? The King of Swords reversed. King and the Queen of Swords. You're being told to do what you're already doing, which is being logical, because there's somebody here who's being very illogical, and it's asking you to just be a truth teller, to be fair, to be honest. Also, don't allow yourself to be gaslit. What is this person's intention to Aquarius? The Ten of Pentacles reversed. They're like trying to take something from you or like, mess up something that you already have. And I feel like it's because they're hating, honestly. So I think you got some haters next week. Why is that Seven of Wands there? Although I feel like I already know. The Death reversed. It's like, you know what this reminds me of? Oh my God. This reminds me of this guy who I used to work with, and he was so jealous of people giving me attention all the time. I mean, goodness gracious, he acted like a high school girl. It was ridiculous. And like he would make up lies about me all the time. It was so dumb. It just, anyway, I'm not going to go into it. It was just so dumb. It was like, dude, you sound crazy. Like you sound like a jealous girl. Like it was so weird. And like so many years have gone by and this person still watches me, like still till this day, and still talks about me till this day. Hear about it all the time. And like I just didn't get it. Like, and that's what this reminds me of. But you're just like going about your business, you're minding your business, you're maintaining what it is that you already have, and like somebody is still stuck on whatever the fuck you have going on. And you're just like, okay. I don't know. That's what it reminds me of. So, sorry, my phone's going off. So let me see that King of Cups. The Two of Cups reversed. What is actually happening from Aquarius's perspective with this? The Ace of Pentacles reversed. I think that you're having a disconnect with somebody. You're having a disconnect with somebody, but I think that you're being very mature about it. It's just like, it's a missed opportunity, There's just maybe like a misunderstanding. You're being really, really chill about it. Like, I don't see anything wrong with how you're going about something. Why is there a disconnect? The Six of Cups reversed? Because somebody's being a twat. Like, somebody's being really immature and just silly. What's the overall guidance for Aquarius for this week? The Three of Pentacles, so don't be afraid to like collaborate with people, get together with people, you know, like if people can affect your energy negatively, the same can be true for people that affect your energy positively. Okay, so something to think about with going into this week. The Fool reversed, I feel like it's time for a new path, you know, and I think that the people that you know are going to be able to get you onto that path. Yeah, it's all about making a choice, honestly. Like don't let yourself get stuck in the mud again or let yourself go stagnant, especially around because of somebody else's influence. So it's really important for you to make sure who you're surrounding yourself with is going to be beneficial towards what it is that you're trying to build, and also make sure that you're not taking a leap out of fear, and making sure that you are making a choice that is realistic and not based on illusion. I love you, Aquarius. Take care. Have a great week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on my website at www.violettaalexis.com. If you would like to book a scheduled session with me or text and or call spontaneously, you can do so at hipsy.com/violettaalexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below or in the pinned comment in the chat. Thanks a lot, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great mid-October.